Hello people, I'm the Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my beginner's guide to comics, because I get asked a lot, hey, where should I start for all this different stuff? Not just like, what book should I start reading, but a lot of other stuff as well. So yeah, let's start off with where should you read your comics? There are multiple places to read your comics, not just a comic shop, and not everyone has a comic shop near them. So yeah, first off, if you don't have any money, start reading from the library. That's how I started reading comics, was at the library, because it's free, and so it's really easy to read there, because pretty much like every library I've ever been to has graphic novels. Like, you can go, just search whatever you can find, read it. If it's continuity, whatever, if it's a good jumping on point or a bad jumping on point, just read it. If you don't have any money, that's the perfect sense. It's free comics, why wouldn't you read it? So yeah, and you guys know how libraries work. You rent the comic, you read it, you bring it back. Simple as that. It's a great way to read free comics. And yeah, that's definitely a simple, good way to read comics. The next is the obvious one, which is your local comic shop. You can just, actually, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can just enter your zip code and it'll tell you the closest comic shop to you. And not everyone has a comic shop near them. My closest comic shop is 45 minutes away, so it sucks having to drive all that way. But yeah, it's definitely probably the best way to read comics, because you have back issues, graphic novels, and all that stuff, and obviously the weekly comics that are coming out, because it's really nice to be able to go and just have a pull list and pick out what you want and everything. So yeah, obviously comic shop, that's an obvious answer. And the last is Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, whatever you got, whatever bookstore. They almost always have a comic book section. They have a section for graphic novels. You can go there. Some stores even have like single issues. I've like Barnes & Noble I went to had like single issues in the magazine section. So yeah, that's a great way to read comics as well. They're generally like, they're retail price, so you're not exactly getting a great deal on the graphic novel. Same with the comic shop. Like, it depends how your comic shop is. Like, my comic shop that used to be 5 minutes away from me, but it closed down, like, he would have deals all the time, so he had great deals on like graphic novels. But the one that I'm currently going to, retail price pretty much. Like, they're not too great with graphic novels. So graphic novels are generally better to go with on Amazon or like eBay. Those are also great places to read comics. Like, if you have Amazon Prime, go to Amazon. That's where I buy like the majority of my graphic novels, because like I was saying, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all the bookstores and the comic shops, they're generally not too great with the prices of graphic novels. So Amazon is a great place. eBay is great as well, but since I have Amazon Prime, I just buy it from Amazon. It's here in 2 days, and quick satisfaction and all that. So yeah, Amazon is a great place to read comics as well. Same with eBay. So yeah, another one is Comixology. Comixology is the digital retailer for comics, and they have sales all the time, but it depends what type of person you are. I'm a physical person when it comes to comics. I prefer holding the comic in my hand, and looking at the art is so much better when like, reading it in your hand physical, like just looking at it. I much prefer that. But digital, I read a ton of digital as well. And if you can't get out of the house or something, and also it's very cheap, like they have 99-cent sales all the time, and I'm not joking about that. I mean every week. Then they have like Marvel Mondays, which is where they pick certain Marvel comics and they put them on sale. So yeah, Comixology, great place to read as well. And that's it for places to read. Now, as far as jumping on points go, I can't cover every single character in this video, but I can say this: DC has made it really, has done a really good job for jumping on points for new readers. For instance, they have their Year 1 series, where they have like, Green Arrow Year 1, Batman Year 1, Batgirl and Robin Year 1. There's a bunch of Year 1 series, so just search up Year 1 and see if there's a character you're interested in, because chances are you already have a character you like, you just want to know where to read their comics from. Year 1 series, read whatever from that. Then you have the Secret Origins series, which is another series from DC, where they have a bunch of origins for different characters. Like, they have Green Lantern Secret Origins, they got Superman Secret Origins, and then also you have Volume 1 of New 52. Read Volume 1 of whatever character you want in the New 52, and it's a good jumping on point. Not necessarily a good book, because some of them had crappy Volume 1s, but it's still a good jumping on point, because, you'll know what's going on, unless the writer's crappy. But anyways, as far as Marvel goes, I can't really think of any Marvel series that are like, as in series that spread across multiple books. Like Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Like, I can't say there's a series of the Man Without Fear books. Like, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear is a great jumping on point for Daredevil fans, but there's not like Black Panther, the Man Without Fear. There's not Wolverine, the Man Without Fear. As far as Marvel series go for jumping on that span across multiple books, I would say Volume 1 of Marvel Now, whatever character you're interested in, those are good jumping on points. also Marvel is rebooting themselves again after Secret Wars with their titles being like all new, all different Marvels. So you're gonna have like Old Man Logan that's being rebooted and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, you could definitely check that out. So that's good. As far as like comics that are currently going on that are easy to jump on, I would say Star Wars, any Star Wars book. Lando just started, it's like an issue, it's like 2 issues in, and so I would definitely say that's a great starting on point, because Star Wars, if you're not a Star Wars fan, then I don't know who you are, but there's a book out there for everyone, and none of them are like too far. I think the main Star Wars book is like 8 or 9 issues in, that's not too far. Grayson isn't too far in, which is, you know, Nightwing Dick Grayson, except he's not Nightwing anymore, and Lobo's not too far in, which is another great book. And also Justice League just started a new story arc, which isn't, like, it's an amazing story arc, but I mean, it's not too complicated. I think you could follow it even if you've never read a comic book in your life. You'll be able to follow it decently and enjoy the book. Anyways, that's just me rambling. I know I talked really fast. I'm not used to talking on camera a whole lot. Like, I haven't done it too much. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this and you got something from it. If you're looking to start reading comics, it's really confusing. Also, last thing, if you're worried about continuity, do not be, like, these are just tips for you guys if you want to start reading. Me, when I first started reading, I went to the library, read whatever they had there, and then I found out there was a comic shop near me. I went, read back issues, and that was it. I jumped into, like, the freaking pool of comics. I did not start anywhere. I got confused so often at what was going on, but I just kept going to the point where I'm at now, to where I actually understand what's going on, to where when I first started I was like, okay, this is cool, Superman's punching this guy in the face. I don't know what the heck's going on in the story. It's at part 3 of 4 of this back issue I picked up, but it's cool, and that's how I started reading comics, and you can easily do that. But what I said prior in this video, that's all stuff that you can use if you really do want to understand what's going on, or you can just be like me and just go read whatever it is that you see in front of you that interests you, that's appealing to you. Read whatever you want, and then eventually you get to that point where you're like, ha, I know what's going on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I wanna go like Lana Del Rey. I see her in my mind. Hey, I wanna go like Lana Del Rey. I see her in my mind.